I'm happy to be here. Hopefully you're happy to be here too. If you're not, but be careful. If you watch the chat, there is a newbie in the chat, so be very careful. Step lightly. It's, but of course, this is a joke because there are a lot of newbies. We are all newbies at something. You might think of me as some guy that knows everything. No, I know almost everything. But there is always something that I don't know, you know. For example, I'm not exactly sure about the rocket science. I'm not that good in rocket science. I'm good at, of course, I'm good at it, but not the best, you know. There are people who are a little bit better than me in rocket science, also in some other aspects of life. By the way, I have to stop. I have to stop sometimes, some things. Whatever. So this concept is not exactly a concept. I think it's 3D, but no, it's probably a photo bash or something. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but the guy who did it is in the description. You can find his name in the description of the video, so you can check him out. I thought that this will be good for a warm-up sculpt just for half an hour, because today our main goal is ArtStation portfolio reviews. So all other things we don't care that much. We care about ArtStation portfolio reviews, and this is just a warm-up sculpt just to hone our skills a little bit. It's always nice to do just a warm-up sculpt before you start the real work, you know. But sometimes if you have a lot of work, sometimes you just start the work and the warm-up will come naturally. But if you don't have, like me, too much work, you know, and you can just do the warm-up sculpt and it'll be fine. So let's do ears. If you leave your head sculpt without ears for too long, it will bug you. You will not know what's wrong, but it will bug you. You'll say, what's happening? The head looks relatively fine, the proportions are fine, I have all the necessary features, but something is wrong. Yeah, you don't have ears. Ears are important, you know. Ears are important, so your sculpt can hear you when you say that you're depressed or you have something else. You know, your sculpt can help you. Sculpting actually can be therapeutic or whatever. It can help you with depression or whatever. This is true with all arts, by the way. If you are writing music, for example, or you are drawing, it doesn't matter. All arts help with depression, definitely. So yeah, that saved me when I was young. Drawing saved me from many things, I guess. I'm not sure. We cannot know what saved me from, since we have to go back and not draw to see what will happen. But I guess it was better to draw and to put my demons onto the paper. I like to draw a lot of monsters when I was younger. Now I also have affinity for monsters, but I don't do monsters that much. Maybe I'm a little bit more relaxed. It depends. But I know guys, they are very broken. Maybe even more than me. And they have a very good idea how to do monsters. They are amazing in monster making. So, yeah, this can tell you a lot. Am I late? No, it's not late. We are just starting. Nobody is late now. Let's push this area here in. This like that. Nostrils. And yeah, probably and most likely, like always, it will not look exactly like the concept at the end of this half an hour that I want to do it. I don't want to spend more than half an hour for this, and this is half an hour is completely not enough to make a decent female head, usually. If you don't have a lot of practice, for example, if I take this head, this concept, if we call it concept, if I take it and do it a couple of times, and for 1-2 hours each, at the end I will be able to do it very quickly, because I will know exactly where I'm going with it. But now I haven't sculpted since yesterday, so this is a warm-up sculpt, and it will be... It's supposed to be bad, you know. It's supposed to be just that. A bad warm-up sculpt. Probably not exactly super bad. Let it not be the baddest of them all. Let it be relatively fine looking. But as I said, this is not the point of this video. The point of this video, as all the videos with ArtStation reviews, are the ArtStation reviews. That's the point. And we will do them in just 25 minutes, around that. We will start. We are so far behind in terms of ArtStation reviews. Because if you don't know, I'm taking the ArtStation portfolios from my Discord server, and now it's 14th of May 2024. We are on the ArtStation reviews from January this year, so we have 4 months of reviews to do, of portfolios, and people in the Discord server have grown a lot for this time. So there are a lot more people posting a lot more ArtStation portfolios. Yeah, if I didn't know better, I would be concerned if we ever will be able to push through all the ArtStation reviews. But nowadays, I think I will make more videos because I have more time, and most likely we will be able to do it at some point. We'll see. Hello, what do you think about ZBrush or for iPad? Is it worth it, or should I stay with Nomad Sculpt on Samsung S9 tablet? So, you see, you have Samsung tablet, right? It's working, you have a stylus, you are happy with it. Suddenly, you think about ZBrush on iPad. If you don't have iPad, this means you have to buy iPad. They are not the cheapest. Then you have to buy ZBrush for iPad. It will not be the cheapest. So I would say just relax, you know. If it works, don't fix it. Stay with Nomad Sculpt. Nomad Sculpt is good enough. You don't need something else. It will not make you a better artist, definitely. What will make you a better artist is more hours sculpting and modeling and sculpting, whatever you have to do. Whatever you need to do, you know, to do. To do or not to do. That's the question. This is something like to be or not to be, but to do or not to do. Are you using mouse? Yes, I'm using mouse sometimes, especially when I'm not sculpting. Yeah, sculpting makes you forget everything. Exactly, that's the idea. Sculpting, drawing, whatever art you choose, it will help you forget a lot of things, and you will just dive into it. That's the idea, I think. Oh, one of the ideas, of course. But if you go to sculpt with the idea to become very famous artist and make a lot of money, I don't know if this is a good good point and good push for you. Stimulus. I'm not sure. A little bit of Angelina Jolie lips. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. This is the famous Dolly Parton. And the song is called Jolene. Hello Nico, are you planning to do another course? Not at the moment. I will do another course, definitely, if I am well and healthy and everything. But for now, I will just relax, you know. Last year, all the year I was tense because I wanted to do the hand and arm anatomy course. I was, preparing for it. I was training for it, and I didn't felt good enough to do it for the whole year. So I did it this year in the beginning, and then I started immediately the Dragon Girl course. So now I will just relax, pay more attention to the YouTube, do shorts, and yeah, popularize the YouTube channel probably. I think it would be nice. And the courses, they will come. Don't worry about it. Okay, she is looking very blah, but which means not good. But for 11 minutes, it's okay. So this is the eyeball. The eyeball actually is around this size. Maybe a little bit bigger than that, but not too big. If you make it too big, you will have problems with your eyes. Let's go with our... What's happening here? Let's go with our subdivision surface at 3. Oh, no, 4. 4 can crash. And add also a mirror modifier. Good job. Now, let's just push the eye around the eyeball. It's usually like that. And make sure we have relatively thick eyelids. The eyelids, when we sculpt, have to be thicker than reality, because it's just like that. If you make them too thin, this thickness here, from the bottom and from the top, it should be pretty thick. Make sure you have that. This crease has to be closer to the eye, like this. And here I don't completely like the result, but we will see. Here we will have a little bit of inflation, but smooth. We have to be careful. This eye starts to look very creepy. And eyes overall, even without the eyeballs, they are looking very creepy right now. Probably because they are very cat eye-like. At least I know when something is looking bad, you know. I may not know how to fix it exactly, but I say this looks bad, and it looks bad. The problem is that, yeah, if we don't know how to fix it, then we are in the deep shits business. Or just in the deep business, I don't know. Maybe a little bit more of cheekbone or cheek fat will be appropriate. Yes, good. Now here I don't completely like the nostrils. The nostrils are very artificial looking. And okay, here I will smooth this area since I don't completely approve it. But I usually don't approve those things until the 1 hour mark at least. So I will not approve this sculpt. I know it even from now. It will not be approved ever unless I put more time into it. So don't think that Nico is doing things super quickly and they look fine. Sometimes they look like crap. And that's just it. Okay, let's put some here. Just for a good measure. Just for a good measure. Let's put some here and see what we'll do. What will happen. Hey, Nico. How is Nomad Sculpt compared to Blender for beginners? For me, it's more difficult because I don't have keyboard when I'm working with Nomad Sculpt, since I'm working on my phone. If you have a keyboard, if you put some Bluetooth keyboard with your phone or iPad or whatever, probably it will be easier than Blender, since Blender is more full program. It's like 3D program with everything, and Nomad Sculpt is mostly for sculpting. It's not that full, you know. It doesn't have many functions that Blender has. So Blender is much more complicated program, we may say. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. That's my thought process. Yeah, this shouldn't be exactly... wow. She looks like a barbarian, but male barbarian, not female. A little bit. Unfortunately. Maybe because of the huge jaw. Yeah, usually when I make the jaw very big, it leads to a lot of issues, so we have to be careful about that. The jaw needs to be relatively small. How much time do we have for this? Oh, we have 14 minutes. We will be able to even color it probably. For half an hour, right? Yeah. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe. Let's inflate these areas here and push them. Yeah, the cheekbones, they don't need to be super huge, since this is a female character after all. But females also have very much a lot of cheek fat. Kind of a big chunks of cheek fat they have sometimes. So we have to acknowledge that. We don't have eyelashes, but we may do some eyelashes, just quick ones like this. Just so we can have something there. Not to be completely left out of everything. Yeah, they look kind of awkward. But I'm fine with it. And we can even put some black there. We'll see. Let's analyze this area here and see what we can do about it. Nostrils. Nose. Don't worry, I will answer all of your questions and we will do the Artstation reviews. Hopefully, we will do at least 20 Artstation portfolios today. If we can do 20, I'll be happy. If we can do 10, I will be happy. If we can do 5, I will also be happy. You know, you have to be happy about everything. If you are not happy for nothing, then it's you will not be happy. You probably will not be a happy person. But we have to learn to be. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't worry. Ooh, be happy. Ooh, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. By the way, I'm thinking that her nose is a little bit too much forward, so I'll push it back a bit. Gato sutrin se budiš I započneš da se čudiš. Don't worry. Be happy. Hey Nico, best wishes from Kazanluk. Kazanluk, good. Kazanluk is a town, a beautiful town in Bulgaria. Guys, like the video. Like it or not. It depends. Nico the King. Hopefully not. I don't want to have that kind of power. Power corrupts, you know. We have to be careful. Exactly, brother. Suddenly she became he. Exactly. He-Man. This is the He-Man. Gato su princesa budeš. We have to have more fat in this area, I think. Yeah, probably. And maybe this has to go a bit like that. Here, more like this. And narrower face probably would be appropriate. Her mouth area is a little bit too huge for my taste. But I think with a little bit more... yeah. moving, we will do it. Nico, is it easy to pirate ZBrush? I really like it, but I have no money to get it real software because I'm underage. Is it easy to pirate ZBrush? I don't know. If you know people who can help you with that, you will be fine. There are torrent sites, but some countries doesn't allow torrent sites, I guess. I'm not sure how it is in your country. But if you're from Russia, it's very easy. If you're from the Balkan countries, it's also pretty easy. If you're from Western Europe, probably not that easy, but still possible. If you're from another country, I'm completely unaware how the things are there. I don't worry, be happy. My Thailand trip spoils my sculpture. Yeah, it's definitely a problem. It makes me happy to watch your videos. That's cool. I wish Blender had native outdoor topo algorithm at the level of zero measure. I wish it too, yes. Hi Nico, how much would you charge for jobs if you just started as a freelancer sculpting characters for print? I have been offered several jobs, but I don't know whether to charge by the hour or not. Usually, you charge by the hour. You know, it's easier. For example, in your country, a good charge by the hour would be, I don't know which is your country, but for example, $10. It would be nice for the hour. But still, you are a sculptor, so you want $15, right? So you ask for $15 an hour, and you know that some sculpt you will do it for 25 hours, for example, 30 hours. 30 hours, $10 an hour, 15. It will be $450. $450 it is for that job. And so on. It's easier to kind of measure your work. How to measure, how to define the money, you know, what kind of money you want for a particular work. Just imagine how much time it will take you, plus or minus, and then your hourly rate, multiply if you can. If you can't, there is a calculator in Windows, also in your phone, so you can check it out. And you can do it. I believe in you. But, as I say, do you believe in yourself? Please sculpt Yoshimitsu your next life. Ooh, Yoshimitsu, it will be one of my favorite characters from the Tekken series. But it's gonna be a little bit hard, I think. Yoshimitsu. Yoshimitsu. She's looking relatively... Wow, this chin is amazing stuff. I don't know. Too much. This chin is too much. Let's put some color and call it a day. Or a night. I don't know. Something. Let's call it something. But, oops. Not exactly this kind of color. Maybe this and a little bit more reddish at points. Okay, and then of course a bit more reddish in the mouth area. This is black. Thank you very much. If you don't know, this was black and we don't want that. You don't want that. This is not exactly nice. I don't completely like it because she's looking like some bad makeup, you know. But I guess it's fine. It's better than nothing. Let's continue with some blackness for her eyes, for her eyelashes. Like this. Maybe a little bit of makeup here. Wow. She's starting to look scary. And of course we will make the upper lip a little bit bigger as the concept, or if we call it a concept, maybe it's a concept, who knows. And she has blue hair, so let's make it. How much time we have? We have less than 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm saying ladies, although I know that there are not too many ladies, but still, it's fine. And somebody in the chat will say, but I'm a girl. Yeah, but, you know, girls are like 10% of the viewers of this channel, maybe even less than that. So I'm sorry for all the guys here. You probably will not be able to find the girl of your dream in this channel because mostly guys are watching. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Ah, yeah. It's just the way it is. Yeah. Doesn't look super cool. Doesn't look super bad. It doesn't look anything. I don't know. Let's make those lines and we call it a day. Line here. Maybe we have to make them deeper. I'm going deeper underground. I'm going deeper underground. There's too much panic in this town. I can go in deeper and I can't get my hand. There's too much panic in this town and what they have done. There is one line here in the middle, but it will be difficult to make. Let's just make it, okay. And not quite like the concept, right? Yeah, I know it, but still doesn't look ultra bad. It looks kind of bad. A little bit bad, but it's fine. We can deal with it. Yeah, we are grown-ups, right? And we can deal with this kind of bad. So yeah, let's put some more color, because usually those sculpts, they become like dead, you know, without any color. Now we will put more color and she will be more lively, although she's probably a robot, but we don't know. I am Robocop. No, she's not Robocop, she's just a robot girl. She's just a robot girl. Why does she look so bad in the sculpt compared to the concept? Let's put some shadow and see what will happen if we can just, you know, fix it a little bit with the shadow. Nah, it's not exactly a fix, but it's a bit better probably, I would say. Our girl, of course, doesn't have eyeballs, and that's probably a little bit of bugging. But we will do something to fix this. Not exactly fix, just to... How much time do we have? We don't have time. Just 30 seconds. So just a quick fix like this. And we're done. Thank you guys for watching. Okay. Okay, Alt and Q is changing between objects. Yes, you sculpt a lot of muscular guys. Woman should be loving your channel. Yeah. Nico Jamiroquai fan. I like good music. Nico, привет. Подскажи, сталкиваться ли ты с кистями для складок? Oh, this will be difficult, you know. Russian, yeah. But I'm always up to a challenge. Сталкиваться ты с кистями для складок мебели? Проще използвати всече в различно на двата обекта. Oh, I don't know what's happening here. Uh, have you encountered кистями да складък мебели? Okay, if somebody can translate this, it will be better. I mean, I know Russian, but around 70%, and most of those words here are the rest of this 70%. So, hello friend, can you please explain why are you so good looking? Oh, thank you very much. It's a good compliment. I would say a good way to make a compliment. This is a good way. Maybe you can approach a woman in a bar, for example, a girl, and you can say, excuse me, can you tell me something? I'm very curious. Why are you so good looking? And it will be a pretty good pickup line, I would say. Yeah, very nice. Are you hitting on me, my friend? Hopefully not. But if you do, thank you, anyway. How can you select the color directly from the mesh instead of changing it manually? With Shift X is in the recent versions of Blender. Shift X. Before that it was just X, I think, or something. Face too long maybe. Yeah, face is too long. But see, my face is relatively long, so I tend to make the faces too long. The jaw needs to be rounder, Nico. There are a lot of things that can be better, I would say. But we don't have time, you know, it's just half an hour and it's already past, so whatever we do now, it will be cheating, right? Brr. Let's make a smile. No. Let's make her sad. Okay. Let's make her with a short nose. Very nice. Let's make her with long nose. Ah! Putin! Is that you? This is the daughter of Putin. What's happening? Oh, whatever. Yeah, a little bit politics, you know. It's not. It's a politics satire, we might say, or something like this. We may call it whatever we want, you know. Some may call it shutichka, or something like this in Russian. Shoot. By the way, shoot in my language, shoot, is jester in English. Shoot. And shutit in Russian is to joke, you know. So joker in my language is shoot. It's just a cosmic girl. Yeah, everybody is giving advice, is very nice. Hello Speedchart, can I send my show reel somewhere for feedback? Thank you. Yeah, but you see, I have a lot of recently... by the way, why not? We can do this. So, the people from the chat who are watching live, they can send their portfolios in the general in the Discord server, and we might also do them in the same video. Hi Nico, your Dragon Girl course, your Dragon Girl course is awesome. 45% done. Very nice. Very nice. It's a pretty complex course, I would say. Nico, should I eat cigarettes? That's absolutely up to you. Should character artists have only characters in their portfolio? They can post environment art as well. In my opinion, they shouldn't post environment, you know. Look very transformative, trans even. Yeah, she looks a little bit trans, I would say, but yeah. She's more spherish on the concept. I guess so, yeah. Is Sora dangerous for 3D artists? Not for now. Hello Nicoteme, have you encountered brushes on furniture folds? Furniture folds. Is it easier to use them or to inflate objects manually? I haven't encountered brushes. I mean, in ZBrush you have all kinds of brushes. In Blender, not so much, and even if you have in Blender brushes which are specifically for folds or whatever, I don't use them. I use only the standard brushes that are coming with Blender, but this is just me. If you want to do this kind of things like folds on furniture, you have to do it professionally. I would say you probably have to use Marvelous Designer or similar software for better results. Who knows? Do you like cats, Nico? Yes, I like cats. You look like Thanos always. Yeah, of course. Shoot, Ochka. Your art is very nice. Play the song Soda Stereo Profugus while we see your great work. Yeah, but you know, when we play a song here in the video, they will take out the video sometimes, so we have to be careful. Where are you from, Nico? I'm from Bulgaria. Can you give her a cigarette? Probably not. Why there is so much Hindi? Because there are a lot of Indian people watching, probably. Hello from Kurdistan. Hello. Come on, 30 minutes is just perfect. And she's just 30 minutes away to be prettier and 30 hours away to read portfolio... No. Portfolio material, in my case, it will be after, let's say, 3 to 4 hours, probably. Not 30 hours, you know. Nico, make AI music. How are you doing today, Nico? I'm doing pretty well. Hi, Nico, where do you teach or give master classes online? Do you show them on Blender or ZBrush? Blender, only Blender. Make a video about Retopo for animation. I have made already, so yeah. Hello everybody else. So, let's go and check out the ArtStation portfolios and... Oops, okay. ArtStation portfolios, time. Guys, this is the Discord server. Let's put it on whole screen. And now, first it's Kevin Bems or something. We cannot say it exactly. But this is portfolio, which is good. We have a dragon, we have this. By the way, I think we saw this portfolio, and it's not bad. The presentation is lacking a lot of things. It's too dull. And yeah, this is a little bit better in terms of presentation, but still black background, gray stuff. It looks like it's unfinished a little bit. Maybe a little bit more work on the presentation. And if somebody asks, but how to work more on presentation? First, you have to find similar images that are very well made. Clay renders, which are made very well, and just look at them for reference and try to replicate the same materials and lighting. And this will help you a lot. You don't have to invent it yourself. It's just difficult to invent it. You have to steal it. But it's not steal, since you are just watching it for reference. So we have seen this, but I haven't probably do this. Let's go to Nikita. Nikita Kudrin. It sounds familiar. I think we have seen this portfolio also. Oh, this is the Rieta knife, the Gravity. Yeah, the Gravity knife. I wanted to have this knife. By the way, this knife, they say it's very, very forbidden in some countries, even in some states in United States. It's interesting, this knife. It's Gravity knife. It means like you are just pulling it a little bit, and if you point it down, it will just come out, you know? And then you close it, and you can use it for cutting some vegetables, because what else can you use it for? But it looks fine. This knife, yeah, this guy is a knife lover like me, you know. I like this knife. Is also cool, hunting knife. Very cool, and I like the texture on the blade also, it's cool. But we don't have enough characters here to see what's happening with the characters. This is some cartoon character which doesn't have a good shadow on the floor. It has a little bit of darkness on the floor, but this is not exactly the shadow. And also, the character overall looks a little bit overblown. We don't see anything. It's okay that it's light and everything, but it's too white. Everything is white. If you squeeze your eyes a little bit, everything becomes like a white silhouette almost. So that's a little bit bugging. This is a face. Okay, but yeah, the mouth is a little bit too big, but it doesn't matter. The idea is more things and more time on each thing we require. Because this is a work in progress and it doesn't belong in your portfolio in ArtStation. And I always say that ArtStation for me is only for good portfolios. I mean, for good portfolio pieces that you have put a lot of time. Let's see, Anastasia, probably from Russia, but we don't know. From Germany. That was a shock, you know. But she's from Pashkovskaya. She's either from Russia or Ukraine, we don't know. She may be from Belarus. I'm not sure exactly Belarus, how the names are in Belarus, but I'm guessing since they speak Russian in Belarus, probably the names are similar to Russian and Ukrainian names. I don't know. Maybe somebody, if there are Russians in the chat, tell me, when you hear a name, a certain name, can you know for sure if it's Ukrainian or Russian or Belarusian? Tell me. Okay, this is a character. I like the boots. I like the material. It's kind of a metal. Could be better, but it's fine. And this character is not bad. But it's, I don't know what to say. There is no shadow on the floor, which is a little bit problematic. But I like how the pose works. It's nice. The background is a little bit dull, but it's fun, I guess. Yeah, let's see this one. This character has a little bit of a long face. As we know, I tend to make long faces also. But other than that, yeah, and the shoes are looking a little bit awkward. I don't know why. And yeah, some materials are a little bit dull, like the jeans. They don't look like jeans. They look like some kind of a rubber material. And you have to be careful. When you make a material, you put the texture and everything, and you think when you put the texture of a fabric, and it will look like a fabric, but usually it's not exactly that simple. You need to make sure the other factors like translucity or whatever, or SSS you have, or the reflection, all that things, you have to make sure they are fine. But overall, the pose is fine. This tattoo is a little bit too dark, and it covers the shape of the arm. I don't completely approve the fists, but overall, not ultra bad work. Not bad at all. It's let's say it's kind of intermediate character artwork, but we need better presentation because it's a little bit flat. This girl, for example, the face is flat. We don't see too much of the shapes, how they're going. It's like a flat texture, the face itself. And overall, all of them, they need a little bit of a rim light, a little bit better lighting. And lighting sometimes takes time. Sometimes takes time. A lot of times it takes time. So, yeah. It feels more like a last name, not a first name, but it's not 100%. Yeah, exactly. I don't see people named Pashkovskaya in Russia. Maybe when I heard that at the end of the surname Chuk, he's... yes. So many Russians, thanks for making vodka, guys. Pavlova sounds Russian for me, but not Pashkovskaya. Aha, okay. Good, guys. So, we learned something here. There are some names that are specific for Ukraine, and there are some names probably specific for Russia too. That's good. Let's see this. What is this? I cannot understand. Now I see what it is. It's some kind of a bug with a gun. Okay, Insectoid Wanderer. This is from Untamed, from When Animals Ruled the World. This is yeah, very cool, very cool concept, we may say, and the modeling also is nice, and the sculpting, but the presentation lacks a lot. I mean, you see, there is no contrast between the character and what he's wearing. What he's wearing is too busy, and it kind of distracts from the character itself. This what he's wearing has to be more dull, so it can attract the attention to the character. You don't need to make things like the real world. You need to make them look nice in your render. That's why you should point the attention here in this area. And now the attention is more like here in this area because it's more light. And that's why when I look at this, my eyes are drawn in this area here because this is the most lit area. And I say, but what is this? I cannot see it. And when I see it up close, then I know what it is. But again, make sure you're pointing the eyes of the viewer on the right area. Let's see this guy. So Pedro is making a fox. This looks pretty nice. But overall, this is not exactly how you want to present your artworks also. If you squeeze your eyes even just a little bit, you lose half of the legs, you lose most of the shape of the legs and the lower body. And also parts of the arms are also losing in the background. And also parts of the face are having too dark shadows. So we have a lot of parts that you have sculpted, you have made time, you have taken your time to do, but they are not visible because of the art decision that they need to have this harsh shadow and too much contrast. Yeah, there is a thing like too much contrast, and this has too much contrast. Otherwise, it's a pretty well done concept overall, the shapes and everything. I don't completely like the hair cards. They are a little bit random, and they don't look good. That's why I don't do hair cards too much, because they are not working well if they are not done properly, and you have to do them really properly. And this is not a proper execution of the hair cards. Let's see this. This is good. I kind of like it, but still it's a little bit too rough. And yeah, to do hair with hair cards, it's, I would say, very, very difficult. So yeah, maybe more work. This guy obviously wants to do this, so he will be able to do it, but after a lot of trial and error and mistakes and stuff like this. But overall, not a bad sculpting skill, we may say. Who is this? Nobody. Umut Berkay Arslan. A lot of names from Turkey. So, a lot of names from Turkey. Very cool. What do Niku uses? A pen display or just graphic tablet? He uses small Wacom. Yes, exactly. Old school style, yes. Let's see this. Diablo 4. Okay, good. And, oh, this is a whole sculpture. You see, there is something wooden about this. It's the pose is, yeah, I know this is not exactly a pose, but it should be a pose. A little bit of a pose, you know, because you see all the draperies, all the clothes, they're going certain way. So maybe the arms would be better to be a little bit more interestingly placed. Because now it looks like I'm a Robocop. And also those arms here on the back, they look like they are attached very loosely on his back. They're not coming from his back. There is no any logic of they're coming from there. It's a little bit strange. But this looks fine, except it's very dirty. What do I mean by that? There is a lot of high contrast and probably some kind of cavity, which is a little bit too much for those monster types of things. It's kind of fine. It's not a huge issue, but it's, yeah, could be better. It's a little bit cartoony for Diablo 4, but it's fine. I mean, it's looking relatively great. Let's see Wolverine. Not bad, but he doesn't have hands, and we don't have any other images, which this image is looking great. I mean, it has rim light, it has even hairs, little hairs on his arms, which is superb. The arm anatomy is relatively fine, and overall it looks great. But we need hands, and also we need a little bit more images. Just one image is usually not good enough. Even if it's amazing, we have to be careful, especially nowadays with the AI. One image means that maybe it's an AI. If you put more images, then it's gonna be better. So this is a torso study. I would say it's fine to have a study, but it's more like not finished, and I don't know, this is lit from below, or it's turned the geometry, I don't know. So yeah, and the final image is amazingly bad, so we have to be careful with that. You know, when you have certain things like this, and I am an art director, I'm looking for somebody to hire, and I see this and I say, okay, this is not ultra bad, maybe the anatomy can be a little bit better, but it's fine. And I'm looking like this, and oh, no, I will not hire this guy. Why? Because people are judging you by the worst job, the worst piece of your portfolio, and this probably is the worst here. So I would say just remove it. You don't need it. You have a lot of characters which are kind of finished. This one even has a pose, you know, and this pose is visible only from the front. Why don't we have a side view? When I see this, I say, okay, when I scroll down, I will see the side view, but I don't see the side view of this pose, which I don't know why, but it would be nice to have. Also, this arm, this hand, looks smaller than this hand, although this one is closer to our to the view, which is pretty awkward, I would say. So there are awkward things, yes, but overall, yeah, good job, but continue to evolve and you will become pretty good artist, I would say. And now, this is obviously a work of more than intermediate artist, but still there is more to want from it. I mean, better folds, because they are just very light folds here and there, and it doesn't look quite nice. So yeah, but we have everything. We have all the parts, which is cool. Here I'm missing a little bit of ambient occlusion, I guess. Yeah, we don't have too much ambient occlusion. This is a low poly, of course. This is the high poly. Good. I don't do dwarfs, by the way. They always came up short. What I wanted to say is that when dwarfs, it's difficult to make a good-looking dwarf with nice silhouette, because their silhouette is kind of a, you know, like a bump, you know. There are always room for improvement, yes. Can I find blue hair girl concept somewhere? Yeah, you can make a print screen, just... No, just go to Marco de Archangelis in Artstation, and you can find the link in the description. It's not a link. In the description, you will find his name, so you can just check him out in Artstation. You will find probably this image. Let's see our work again. It's not that bad. I would say it's not as the concept, of course, but it's not ultra bad. It's not the worst that I have done. I have done worst even. Imagine that. Imagine Dragons. Let's see Levi. Levi. From Israel. No, we'll see. From Brazil. Okay. From Brazil, and this is a pig. A pig man. Okay, the pig man looks interesting. He has a nice face expression, which is cool. His teeth that are growing from his mouth, they look a little bit too thin, too small. You know, he's a pig. He's, you know, they have to be thicker and bigger, but it doesn't matter that much. What matters is, let's see, the arms. Here, this thing is a little bit too much. You know, when you fold your arm, it's not even folded, it's almost straight. You cannot have this kind of a big bump in there, usually. And what are those things here on his chest? It's a little bit chaotic, this apron that he has. This is an apron, yes, he's a blacksmith, okay, but those things are too chaotic and random, so be careful with those things. And also, the overall render looks a little bit muddy. Let's see something else. More contrast probably will be better, but it's not bad, I would say. It's fine. What is this? This is some sad creature. which is a boxer also. Creature boxing fighter. He's pretty sad, probably he just lost a match or something. But of course, yeah, with these traps, I don't know, very big traps he has, trap muscles, traps. Overall, this is too grotesque. I mean, when you do something and you want it to look nice, you can make it scary, you can make it ugly, but it has to look nice overall. This is too grotesque, especially the face expression is a little bit too much for me. Overall, not bad. The anatomy is relatively fine, could be better, but since this is a grotesque creature, the anatomy is fine for it. Maybe we would like to see more kind of working from concepts and with more clothes, armors, better anatomy, and more beautiful creatures also would be fine. Or even more ugly creatures. You know, it can be ugly, it can be beautiful, but it shouldn't be something between, like without any expression, without any feeling, you know. Feeling is important, although for a concept art and for a concept sculpt, it's not exactly that important. The important thing is to look good, like a game character, for example. Because, yeah, let's not lie to ourselves. We want to make good game characters because there are the money. The money are in the games right now and cinematics and stuff. But when you can make good game characters, then you will be able to push yourselves a little bit if you want, of course, if you can, and you will be able to make cinematic characters also, especially in ZBrush. This is Matthias Daniel Zeres from Germany. We all living in Germania, America. Germania. Okay. Germania. Germany. Okay, this, the hair looks awkward, I would say. Maybe because most of those hair strands, they're kind of parallel to each other going. They have to go more like this. And in some areas they are, but in some areas they're not. In the front here, those look like tentacles coming from. It's difficult to make this kind of hair with this thick hair things. Also, the mouth looks strange because it doesn't have meat here at the end of the mouth here in the corners. You have to have a little bit of inflation, but it's looking relatively nice. Let's see. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, the render is cool. We have a nice rim light here, which is cold. This one looks nice, I think. Let's see it. Yeah, this one looks cool. But again, the hair needs more work. Needs more work. I mean, go through each hair strand and with the draw sharp brush, just make it a little bit more detailed. It will be fine. It's not supposed to be that dull. I think it will make it better. And also, the color here is too boring. It's just, you know, parallel lines, which doesn't look very cool. Maybe this is the design of her clothes, I don't know. But this girl looks way better than the other girl. Although she's a little bit dirty, maybe she has to wash her face. But this one is also dirty, so probably he likes dirty girls, which is fine. This one, I don't know. The face expression is not bad, but it's not exactly good either. The render also is a little bit flat. So, yeah, this is not the best work. This one, it looks fine, but with all the face paint, it's just, you lose everything. You lose all the shapes and everything. So, I don't know. Maybe this is some kind of guy who is a real guy and he dressed like this and paints his face like this, which is fine. But for a portfolio, I don't know. This one probably has a low poly and textures and everything. Yes, he has. And yeah, this is a full-blown character. I don't like the arms, but I rarely like arms, so it's fine. Okay, good. Let's see what's happening here. He's using his left hand for you. What? Okay. Mind out of gutter. How do you feel about touching up your renders in Photoshop? Do you think it's better to fix things in 3D? You know, when you have render for your portfolio, and you will be very stupid if you don't put it in Photoshop and make it as better as possible. You know, this is not cheating. You know, this is just a common sense. If you can make it any way you can better, just do it. You know, it's not cheating or something. Everybody is using it. Of course, when it's about the turntables, then you have to use a program like Adobe After Effects, and you can apply some effects or some contrast, saturation, whatever for your turntable also. So those kind of things are good. Of course, you have to try to make it as better as possible in the render stage, so you have less work after that. But many people are underestimating the need of Photoshop after you render it in the program. I would say you should always use it. I always use it. So yeah, this looks cool. This looks nice. I think we have seen this portfolio already, and we said that this guy is relatively good. As we can see from this is not a real render. This is just something like a screenshot even, looks like. So for real render, we need more lights, better lights, and some stuff. But this one looks nice. This is kind of a render. Materials and everything. But we have already seen that, so we don't want to repeat ourselves. It's good. Continue. There will be repeated portfolios, probably. This one, I don't know, but probably we have seen it, but maybe it was a long time ago. This looks pretty cool, I would say. I like this thing here, the pelvis, how it shows. Although this shouldn't be exactly the pelvis. The pelvis should be a little bit more here. So what is this exactly? I'm not sure, but it looks fine. It looks fine. And the hands looks fine, the hair looks fine. Overall, looks pretty cool, I would say. The only thing, again, when I squeeze my eyes, it kind of disappears from the background because the background and her suit are the same color, which usually you don't want to do exactly. It doesn't look quite well. It looks like you want to present a jacket, helmet, and hair, because when you see this thumbnail, that's what is the most contrasty one. The jacket, helmet, and hair. That's it. The other things are almost like the background, so you don't quite see them that much. Let's see this girl. See that girl. Okay, looking good, by the way. I like it. It's fine. Again, the render is a little bit too blown out. You see some white areas, and it's a little bit too muddy, and that's you know, difficult to fix probably. But maybe it came out from Photoshop like this. I don't know. There are some areas that looks a little bit too overblown and with too similar color, and there we cannot quite see well the forms, the shapes. But it's cool. It's looking nice. What needs to be removed? Let's see this one. This could be... This is relatively nice, but it looks like a work in progress because all the other works are colored and this one is not. So we are saying this probably is work in progress. Why is it here in the portfolio? I would say just take your time, finish this, make a nice render and nice presentation, because all sculpts, they don't look nice from all angles. They have angles that they look the best from. So choose the best angles for this particular, it's not exactly a sculpt, it's a composition. Choose the best angles and make good renders, color them, and it will be fine. Okay, we're good. Hi from France. Bonjour. Blender or Maya for indie game character creation? Blender, of course. Blender, of course. Then I made it right choice to switch to Blender, yes. Sculpt a Super Saiyan like Vegeta or Goku, please. I have that in my channel, by the way. Let me show you. You don't know, but I will show you. Speed Charlive. What's happening? Again, Speed Charlive. When you go to Speed Charlive, the streams, YouTube Speed Charlive, we go to Speed Charlive channel, this guy, we go to lives, and we scroll down, down, and we will find it. At some point, I'm sure we will find it. You know, there are a lot of sculpts for everybody's tastes, you know, and here we have. Okay, guys, so of one-to-one mentorship live classes. Yes, I have. You are. This is something like a Super Saiyan or whatever you call it, I guess. So yeah, it should be. Guys, where I can send the link to the portfolio? In the Discord server. Yes. Does the bony protrusion of females exaggerate a lot? Yeah. I never get your life. Your job is ridiculous. Thank you, I guess. What you do, explaining your train of thought to everyone is incredible. I just had to say it. Thank you, Chico. You can't rotate your pelvis that much IRL. Probably yes. Bulma from Dragon Ball. Yes, let's go. Isaac Lovecraft. Is his name is really Lovecraft? Who knows? Okay, good. Thick girls he likes. Thick girls. Nice, but flat. I mean, it's cartoony, it's stylized, okay, but it's a little bit too flat, the face overall. Her ass is not that flat, I guess, and in the front she's not that flat. But I'm referring for the render, it's a little bit too flat. We need a little bit more shadow here and there, I think, yeah. This... Come on. Open. Good. So, yeah, the heads, they're a little bit too small. I also tend to make small heads, but those are ridiculously small, which is okay. I mean, if you like big girls, it's fine. It's fine, but again, a little bit too flat. Probably the idea is to make it more cartoony, more like a drawing. But you see the hand here, it's very flat. Also, the distance between the wrist and the knuckles is ridiculously long. It's just impossibly long. For this one, it should be fine, but for this one, it's just amazingly long. I don't know how this happens. This is a clown girl. This will be some guy's worst fantasy, probably, but for some guys, it will be fine. The ass, by the way, it has to go lower. It cannot be that short, the ass. And it doesn't look good. It doesn't look sexy, this short ass. It has to be bigger and, you know, longer to look nice. Just a saying, you know, anatomy. Yeah, the more anatomical you make it, the more sexy it will look probably. The neck has some issues here, but overall the face looks pretty cool. The hair also is nice, stylized hair. Good job. Nightfall 16 is next. Hey Nico, I made a girl with a dragon according to a course. Do you want to see it? Definitely I want to see it. I've seen just one work from my course, just one so far. And it was very good. I mean, it was almost as good as mine, which is great. Usually when I see people do things from courses, it's normal that the works are variable. They are not very good. Some are better than others, but they're generally they're not super good. Why? Because people are learning. Those are students. It's normal. But sometimes I see a work from my course that it's wow, very nice. And usually very nice are works from people who spend a lot of time and try to perfect it, and they're watching what I'm doing. They do the same things and do it, you know, similar thing, but it takes a lot of time and patience, with most people these days doesn't have that, you know. Can you make a family, but I'm a man, so I hope that won't be a problem. Can you and I make a family, but I'm a man, so I hope that won't be a problem. Why it should be a problem? Everybody knows I'm gay, you know. Although I have a daughter and a son and a wife, but still, why don't I can be a hidden gay? Who knows? What makes the stylized character skull different from realistic skull? Probably stylization. You know, some forms and shapes you combine to one. Not, you know, don't make all the details. Just, you know, stylize them. Nico, I want to sculpt because of you, but I actually do not like sculpting itself. I just like you so much. Wow, that's too much to take, you know. I don't know what to say. Do you think I need to have two portfolio for 3D and 2D? I would say yes. You know, some people are very, very drawn into environment and also character art. And I'd say to them, don't make one portfolio in Artstation in which you put both of those things. Make two portfolios. Make one is called your name 1 and the other one is called your name 2, or whatever you want to call them. Maybe you will think of another name for one of your portfolios, and for one of them just post environment, and for the other one just post character art. This is just my opinion, you know. Don't mix them that much. My nickname on the Artstation is Ivan Kuchin. Maybe you've seen my work. Ivan Kuchin. I don't know. Let's see. Ivan Kuchin. Ivan Kuchin Artstation. Ivan. Ivan Kuchin we have. Kuchin. But Kchuhin we don't have. I don't know. Maybe you don't spell your name right? What do you say? Did you spell your name right? Say it. Was a joke or you're really gay? I'm not sure I'm gay, but I could be gay. You know, it doesn't matter. Gay, straight, it's fine. Everything is fine. These days, it's absolutely fine. If we were living like 25 years ago, I would say, no, I'm straight as hell, you know. Fuck that. But now, I say it's fine. Everything. Yeah, Ivan Kuchin. Yeah. Ivan Kuchin is a good character artist, I would say. Let's see. Good things. This one I like. I like the thumbnail. It looks very nice in a black background. It's not exactly black, as you can see. It's very interesting. The background is kind of grayish to black here, but here it's not exactly black, which looks pretty interesting. And the overall conception of this character is pretty nice. Ooh, we have some different focal lengths changing in this. It's pretty nice, interesting, artistic. I like it. Let's see this. Wow, this character looks pretty cool in the style of Fortnite. Yes? Yeah. It could be a Fortnite character. It's good enough, I think. Good. Let's see here. You know, I didn't make the dragon like this, with this kind of material, because it will look very flat. And you see, your render and the face of the girl looks too flat. Also, the metal, it's not contrasty enough, it's too flat. And the overall sculpt is very good, as you can see. It's very nice. The fingers here are going inside the dragon's mouth, so probably they are bitten already, and or the dragon's teeth are gone. But it doesn't matter, I'm joking, it's fine. The idea is that it's looking great, but the render is definitely needs to be better. You can do it better. As even from here, we can see that it's not good enough. Make the dragon normal material and make sure you do some kind of render like this one. I mean, contrasty, nice, with colors and everything, like proper thing. And the gold to be nice gold and everything. You have the skills. This one, the modeling is good. Presentation, not so much. You wanted feedback. You got it, you know. Should 3D generalists mix as many different works together as possible? In my opinion, 3D generalists has to make quality works, whatever they do. I mean, they can make environment plus characters plus rigging, but they have to do it well enough. If you don't do any of those, you can do environment, you can do characters, you can do rigging, but all of those are very, very mediocre. It won't be good, you know. You have to be able to do it properly. Nico, if you were gay, you would be the brightest gay at the very start of the gay parade. Thank you very much. The brightest gay. Very cool. Yeah, a lot to take in this day. I mean, today in the chat. Nico, I was originally a 2D artist, and for various reasons, I had to learn 3D. I was like this too. And for me, 3D really wastes time to make a part. What should I do? It's not wasting time. If you think that 3D is wasting time, you have to watch this video. Let me find it first. I will show it to you, a video, and you will see. Okay, let me see my history, because in my history I watched the video. Yeah, this video.
Hi guys, this is our crazy project.
Okay, this is a video that shows how people are starting and making from one relatively bad looking car, they're making something like this. Oops. Can we? No. But it took them 2 years, you know, and they are making each detail for hours and hours and sometimes weeks even for one detail. It takes them so much time, and now you're telling me that in 3D, it takes too much time to make something. Whatever you do, you will make it far quicker than those guys. So just patience is my word for you. I don't have it too, but when I watch videos like this, those are Belarusian guys, I think, yeah, and they're making this amazing car, which is mix from old Volga. Volga is an old Russian vehicle. Many people know it. And this is the end result, actually. And it's looking pretty good. All the parts of the body, they made completely custom. Except for the bonnet here, which is from Volga, but also customized. So a lot of custom things. There are other videos in their channel that they show how they make the front glass. They don't make it actually because they can't. They make a mold for it and they give it to guys that make the actual glass and the side glasses and other things. It's just a huge project. It doesn't look like much, but it's a huge project. And we, as 3D artists, are complaining that something takes a lot of time. It's just unrealistic, you know. It's just, you shouldn't do that. How to decide stylization or realism? What's in demand and where? It doesn't matter what's in demand. You know, I always say that. You have to do what you like. When you do what you like, for example, to do realistic characters a lot. There are people who likes to do realistic characters. They like to go to every pore and make it look nice and put everything amazing. Which is fine, which is absolutely fine. Because when you do that, you will spend so much time getting good at it because you will like it. And you will be able to spend that time. And then you will become better than most. And then there will be money for you. But if you just think where are the money to go and start doing that, I don't think this will work. You know. Sir, can you see my Artstation and give me some little feedback? Adil Navas, Artstation, thank you. Adil Navas. Let's see this Nightfall guy first. Okay, some characters, pretty simple characters mostly. Without shadow on the floor, most of them. And also there will be there is something to be wanted from the anatomy point of view. This one is a lion face. They look very low poly, so probably they're for some kind of low poly games. But still, it's a good skill to have to make low poly characters. The only thing that I would like, this one I like the most, by the way, this robot here. This robot here look good in its environment. It's looking fine as even like a thumbnail. And it has shadow on the floor. It's stepped on the floor, right? This one also have shadow. This one have shadow. This one have something like a shadow, not too much. This one doesn't have shadow on the floor. This one have little bit. This one doesn't have. This one has to be removed immediately. This thing is abomination. Judging just by the thumbnail, but you see, you have to go to your portfolio and imagine that this is not your portfolio. It's somebody else's. Imagine that you are the one who wants to hire some character artist, and you watch this portfolio, which is yours, but you watch this portfolio of this guy and you don't go into the pictures, you just watch the thumbnails. What would you say? From these thumbnails, we say it's pretty simple stuff mostly, although some of the characters have some clothes and stuff, but they don't look so elaborate, and we don't know from this what exactly to expect. Most of them are, some of them have poses, some of them are A-posed, like this one is almost T-pose, which we don't use that much anymore. When you go into it, it doesn't look super bad, it's fine. This is too much, by the way, in the back. It's too much for this character, and also in the front it's a little bit too much. It's stylized character, okay, but too much chiseled out muscles. It's not exactly good. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. Who are we looking for? Adele Navaz. Adele Navaz is a 2D artist or 3D artist? Ah, he's both. As you can see, he has two portfolios. At least, no. But those are two portfolios or one portfolio? I don't understand quite. But let's see the by the way, the 2D portfolio is more interesting for me because it has characters. The 3D portfolio doesn't have characters, so it's not exactly interesting for me. So let's see this one. Characters. This is the Crazy Frog Warrior. We have characters. This is Abomination, by the way. Be careful with that. Yeah, those portraits, they are pretty bad. Most of them. I have to be honest. They are pretty bad. This Peaky Blinders, it's looking, well, Tommy. This is Tommy, I think. And it's looking like him because of the hat. But other than that, it looks more like Mr. Bean. So you have to be a little bit careful with this. But probably you don't want to develop yourself in the 2D area. You want more to the 3D. But as I saw, your portfolio in 3D is mostly things. It's not characters even. Those things here needs to be removed. All of those things needs to be removed. Your portfolio consists of mostly sketches, which nobody will hire you for this. So remove most of this, leave only the best and more recent works. Even if you leave just 5 works, let them be the best of your works and your portfolio will be immensely better. All those artworks are just fillers, which we don't like. I'm currently working on a sculpt from a pretty stylized concept. Is it better to recreate a concept exactly when you are practicing but add some anatomy if you plan to use it for your portfolio? It depends. If you like the concept a lot, try to make it as much as possible close to the concept. You don't need to make it more anatomical or more realistic if the stylization of the concept is very nice and it looks very cool as it is, just do it as it is. If you can. Of course, it's difficult, as we can see. For half an hour at least. It's pretty difficult, but it's fine. A lot to take has deeper meaning today to giving the topic. Yeah. But Nico, do you plan on checking portfolios in general chat? Okay, yes. Let's check them out. By the way, I have to go here and mark and read. Then general chat. We have some portfolios here. Lebat. What is this? Ah, this is a demo reel. Okay, this is an orc. Immediately I see it doesn't have any folds on the pants, which looks a little bit awkward. Okay. You know, when you have a character like this, you have spent a lot of time on it and everything, but sometimes you don't want to go that close to the character and, you know, zoom in that much, because you don't have too much details on the legs, and the head is a little bit too small. Oh, let's see. This is the character, and the animation is pretty cool also. The rendering is nice. The character is not bad. It's kind of a stylized character. This is a bull anatomy. This is a girl. Not bad, I would say. A little bit more detail on the hair I would like. But yeah, cool. Let's see Ahmet Emre. Uçak. Ooh. We have, he's a 3D artist at Nilap Tech. 3D artist, and he's making mostly this kind of things. Big robots. I like how this is in environment. If it was by itself without the environment, it probably would not look that impressive, but with the environment and everything, it looks more impressive. I would say in a case like this, you need what is called, you need those back legs to be more soft. You have to have we have aerial perspective, we call it. When the things are further away from you, you start to see them a little bit more blurry and a little bit more blue because of the air, you know. And a little bit of that here would be appropriate. It will make it look that bigger, you know. Let's see this. Cool. Cool. A little bit simple, but cool. Come on. I don't know why this is so slow, the ArtStation today. We have a simple robots here with texturing and everything. But you see, they're pretty simple. I mean, let's see this. Vehicles and robots. Good. Vehicles and robots. Oh, let's see this. This looks a little bit more complex. You know, this is not looking good. At least on this image. Why? Because there is too much dirt and too much noise on the texture. The noise is too much, yes. And it looks like a toy. It looks like something small. Because all this dirt and everything is too big for it, you know. If it was big thing, like bigger than a human, for example, it wouldn't be that noisy and stuff, most likely. But that's my opinion. Again, everything here, what I say is my opinion, and you may agree with it, or you may not agree, because after all, I have a little bit more experience. We have seen this, I think, this portfolio. This is cartoon thing. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. But again, shadow on the floor, it's appropriate to have. Also, the pose is a little bit strange. He may fall back a little bit. If we look at it from the side view, you know, the legs can go a little bit more further back. And the legs themselves looks a little bit strange. But overall not bad. And the maybe the thumbnail is the best from all of those. Let's see the Blue Beetle. By the way, the movie, the Blue Beetle, was one of the worst movies I've seen in the recent history. The live action movie, and this is a very bad pose, I might say. Yeah, this is a normal pose, it's fine, but when you make it like this, make more action pose, make it more like this, and looking a little bit on the side. Yeah, he's looking a little bit on the side, which is great, but the pose is awkward, and also the legs are very, very short compared to the body, which it shouldn't be like this. Ooh, this guy has even animation. I like it. I like it like this. When I see it like this, I like it a lot. But when I see the thumbnail, it's a green thing on a green background. It's a little bit strange. And the thumbnails are important. And also you have characters, but also you have some weapons. I would suggest make characters for those weapons and remove the weapons. Leave the characters with the weapons only. That's my idea. If somebody wants to hire you for a character artist... Oh, we have a lot of portfolios in general. What happens? We will not be able to see them all, I guess. But we'll try. Yeah, I probably will not do anything like this again, because we will not be able to look at the portfolios in the channel of the portfolios, since we are looking only on this portfolio. So I'm looking only on the thumbnails here. This one, too bright, too flat. We don't see anything actually what's happening. It's a very boring A pose of a character, which sometimes is fine, but if you put a little bit more time to pose your character, to make a good pose, it will be much better. This gnome, the drawing is fine, and this is not good. I mean, the beard is symmetrical, which you don't actually want. This, what's happening here, we don't know. Maybe it will... Oh, sometimes it's in the light, sometimes it's not, but yeah. Okay, careful with those things. This, I don't know what is this. Ah, it's a green ring. I would remove this. All that's not character here doesn't belong here. It needs to be removed. This one needs better render, definitely. It can be okay, but the render needs to be much better. This is too flat. We cannot see the forms, the shapes. There is no shadow, there is no ambient occlusion. There is a little bit of ambient occlusion, actually, I see it, but shadows, not so much. It's too much lit and too flat. This one, the Spider-Man, is much better, but his nose is very strange, so it needs to be better modeled, I guess. But overall, much better in terms of you have shadow here, you have a rim light in the back. Much better. So improvement, yes, but remove most of the things in the portfolio. Oh boy, no more cars for me. I do cars. Asmongold recommended to everyone. Asmongold is a guy who is commenting on video games. Hi, how can I contact you in purpose of stream collab? Sergey wants a stream collab. Just write a personal message in Discord. This looks like Han Drogo, Jason Momoa, but not exactly. Likeness is difficult. So, yes, but it's not bad, I would say. It's not bad, it's just not good enough. It's not bad. There's something that's bugging me. It's not exactly. Maybe the nose or something. But only one artwork. It's decent, but it's not on a level of the very good guys yet. We're not saying that it will not be at some point. Probably it will be, but we don't know. Okay, let's see this guy. Mostly guys, but sometimes girls here and there. Okay, good. I like what I see. You know, when I see the overall things in just 1 or 2 seconds, I can say, okay, I like it. For example, here we have a good render, very nice folds. I see them. It's very, very nice folds, and overall nice cloth making, nice shoes making. And this one overall looks pretty good. There are some issues with the shoe, looks a little bit boring. You know, there is this issue when the right shoe and the left shoe can be easily switched and nobody will notice, because when you model them, you make them the same. They are not the same. Right shoe is a right shoe, and usually it looks like a right shoe, and left a similar way. But I like the clothes a lot. I like the materials on the clothes a lot. The face is decent, the hair is nice, the render is cool, the pose is boring, but you cannot have all actually. Overall, nice works. What would I remove? Probably this guy here. It looks a little bit, you know, too much contrasty, very dark ambient occlusion, very black ambient occlusion you have. Too much ambient occlusion. The skin is too pale. It doesn't look like a living creature, and it's a little bit too cartoony for the style. I don't know. This one I cannot understand what it is. There is too much fog, so probably without the fog it will be better, but still I cannot understand quite what it is. It's some kind of reaper, yeah, reaper creature. I don't know, but this one definitely I would remove. The other things are fine because they show your skill. This one also needs to be removed. This is too simple and doesn't belong here. Let's see, Zaid Yamamoto. Oh, nice. I like this one a lot. Pinup girl. Hulk. This one. This one is from one of my courses. Girl and Dog. Very good. One of the best works from the Girl and Dog that I've seen. What needs to be removed is this, probably Liam Neeson. It doesn't look like him. It doesn't even look like a young Liam Neeson. It looks strange. This one looks nice, but the render is not good. This one, it looks like work in progress a little bit. This one I like a lot, this pinup. I don't know, I like it. This one needs to be removed, I think. It's just too much happening, and it, especially on the thumbnail, we cannot understand. And this one also, I think, should be removed. Although this is mostly for the X-Gen hair, and the hair looks nice, but the model is like, bah, don't do this. Ooh, what is this crocodile here? It looks pretty cool. Richard. How much time have we spent? Okay, almost 1 hour and 40 seconds. Thank you very much for your feedback. Sorry I couldn't join on time. I'm from Ukraine. Ah, yes, okay. We were guessing where you're from. Yeah, exactly. Do you know any character artist in Artstation that does realistic characters art, but also shows a good retopology? Most of them. Most of them, you know, in order to be a good realistic character artist, you have to have good retopology. And usually they use one face. They use just one face, one generic face, and they always start working from the face. No artist who is doing likenesses, very good likeness artist, is starting from a sphere, you know. They don't start from a sphere. Richard, by the way, from Indonesia, has very, very impressive stuff, as we can see. This one, amazing. I mean, very nice, very good looking render with very cool rim light, dark background, but with this rim light everything is visible. We have pretty cool pose and very nice modeling and sculpting skills. You know, she's a little bit chubby, but looks very cool, and the eyes are very nice. I mean, it's a pleasure to see this kind of works. Very cool also. Maybe for this girl the face is a little bit small for the head. The head is a little bit big, but it's fine. Sometimes it happens even with me. But this one is just wow. This also looks very impressive. Let's see it. This, what is this? A cat? Cat warrior. Looks pretty cool. On the thumbnail looks a little bit better than the artwork itself, but it's fine. I mean, when your thumbnail is better than the art itself, it's good. It's fine. Yeah, let's see the crocodile. I would say there is something about the mouth. It's those pieces here of the mouth are a little bit too much for me. They are not realistic. I mean, watching a real crocodile mouth, they don't have exactly this kind of distinguished pieces for each tooth. That's why it looks a little bit awkward. But other than that, it's very nice, kind of realistic render with realistic materials, with those sewing here on the straps. It's pretty cool. And this one also looks pretty nice. Yeah, it needs a little bit more rim light probably, this one. But other than that, it looks cool. So yeah, this guy is definitely underrated, I would say. Richard Yusuf is very underrated. He has only 100 followers in Artstation, which is pretty sad because his skill tells me he has to have at least 3,000 followers, but if he's kind of new in Artstation, these days it's difficult. And if he posted a couple of works at a time, this is a mistake. If you want to post a lot of works, post them one every 2 days. One today, promote it to some channels in Facebook or whatever, and then after 2 days post another one, promote it, then post another one, promote it. If you post a couple of them one after another, it will do no good for your portfolio. Definitely. Nico, please show that level of skill in creating characters is needed. What level of skill in creating characters is needed for freelancing and joining large companies? Mine and above. So yeah, thank you very much. Especially large companies, you know. These days, even I probably will be having an issue finding a job. I will be able to find it because I have a lot of experience. But if I have my skill without the experience in the game industry, it would be very difficult to land a job. Freelance, maybe. Freelance, probably, because people, when they're looking for freelancers, they are not that interested if the guy has a lot of experience. They are interested in the portfolio mostly. If you have a good portfolio, it's fine. And guys, 3D is the best to develop product and don't take that much time. Real product takes a lot of years to build a final product. Exactly. Thanks for the answers. My portfolio is Ankte. If you want to review from chat, isn't much there. Yeah, but we are reviewing now those here, which are a lot. But I think we will be able to do it for 2.5 hours, for example, as a whole, if we are fast. Okay, this, I seen it somewhere. Okay, this looks too flat. I mean, the render here looks too flat. Even some of the areas looks like they're turned. The geometry is turned. So it doesn't have proper shadows or ambient occlusion. The face looks nice though. The face looks nice, but the body is like, be careful. This is fine. The topology is relatively fine, although I don't know what's happening here. It should be clean topology, but it looks like something is going to something else. It's just what's happening there, nobody knows. Because this is no, you don't do this. You have to retopologize this as a whole mesh, as a one mesh. In this case, you retopologize it as two different meshes, it looks like. Or it goes inside and then goes outside. It's just a little bit of a mess. And also here you can see the mesh of the pants protruding from the shirt, which is not good. But overall, I like the anatomy of the face. And if we see this looks relatively nice, although some of the folds are a little bit too much, too defined. Let's see this. Okay, this is a full character. Looks relatively nice. The folds can be better, I think, but other than that, it's fine. Stylized characters, sculpts. That's what I like, by the way. This is a thumbnail, which is nice. You have spent time to do this thumbnail and to kind of advertise what's inside there. We can see some fast characters, which is absolutely cool. But to post each character as a separate, and if it doesn't have a good presentation, it will be bad. This fish I like, this is fine. This, by the way, looks pretty good. And it is. This is probably your best work, I would say. But the concept is also pretty nice. Student artwork. Wow. This is a student artwork. This is a very top level drawing, I would say. And the sculpt is also very, very well done. Presentation. I like it. This is probably the best work of all of those works here. And this one needs to be removed because it's abomination. This one also definitely needs to be removed. The other ones can stay. But you need to remove some things. Amazing. Okay, we have Joker, we have this, we have some face. But, you know, just to put face like this with cell shading even. I don't know, it's in a style of Arcane. Okay, the hair looks okay. But overall, I don't think this deserves a whole post in your portfolio. Like, it's not a whole character, it's cut from here, it's, I don't know, but yeah, probably it's fine. Because it's not super complicated, but it's kind of fine when I look at it a little bit more, it's fine. Let's see this. I don't like the Joker, by the way. Judging by the thumbnail, I don't completely like it. This is, you see, it's too fried, we may say. It has very dark shadows, and it has a little bit too much saturation, but it's a little bit muddy with that. So it's not a good render. Try to make better render. I know this is a low poly, but you can make a better render for this low poly. There are two super dark shadows here. I mean, the saturation and the contrast is too much for this character. You don't need to do that. This one also has a little bit too much saturation and contrast. And also the shoulders are very, very short. We don't like short shoulders. And this, I will not even look at it. The Joker, because it even looks bad in the thumbnail. It doesn't look fine. So, yeah. Hopefully, when I say critical things for everybody's artwork, I will push you to get better, not to destroy your self-confidence or whatever. You have to be confident that you are good enough because you already have made some characters, and this is a huge step. From there to become better artists is just about watching the best and learning from them, learning anatomy also, and maybe some courses. I have courses, you know I have courses, so you can check them out. Should you stick to renders and turntables? What is this? The question. Final question for now, just about how you judge portfolios. For characters' work, how do you feel about clips from final animation? Sometimes you don't have time to grab the assets when a project ends. Or should you stick to renders and turntables? I think if this is your work, you should show your work. So you have to spend time to pose it, to render it properly, and to show it. When it has a little bit of a pose, nice pose. It doesn't have to be something drastic, you know. Something nice pose. And you pose it and render it properly. You have to spend hours to do that, of course. But then your artwork will be much more presentable, much more sellable. You'll be able to sell it better. Imagine a very nice chocolate. You have two bars of very nice chocolate. One bar is with amazing packaging. Very nice looking, very fancy, very cool. The other one is with very dull like brown packaging with light brown leathers, for example, and some other thing, very bad looking. So which one will sell more? The fancy one, definitely. All the kids will say, "Mama, mama, I want this one," because it's fancy. It has a lot of colors, but they are nicely made, and it has some pictures of cats, for example, or some cartoony stuff. And people will also tend to grab this one instead of the dull one. So you have to take time to make presentation of your models better. Have a look at this. I don't know anymore what we have looked at. Ah, we haven't. Rango, amazing. By the way, judging by the thumbnails, this is just a wheel. Okay, we will not look at the wheel. The wheel is good. Rango is looking interesting. Let's see Rango. Rango. Why don't you stream on Twitch, on YouTube at the same time? I don't know. Many people are telling me that, but I don't know. Nico, why don't you look at my first work? It was the best. That's why I put it in the first place in the first row. Ah, we will see it. Rango is looking great, but from the waist up. Here in the bottom, the legs are looking a little bit wonky. Let's see this monster. This monster looks nice. Let's see if he has animation. Ooh. Yeah, there are some issues here and there with the rig. But overall, it looks impressive. The camera work, the rendering, the lighting, shadow on the floor, and overall animation with these expressive things. Very, very, very cool. Thank you very much, CL. This is very cool to see. Rango is a little bit... I mean, the thumbnail looks amazing. That's why I was like, wow, Rango, you know, click. But the legs... so show it from the waist up and you will be fine. And this wheel, I don't know why you put it there, but you probably have spent a long time making this wheel and rendering and everything, and just want to show that you can do production renders, which is fine, but characters are more important. No, for us. It's for us. So, who is complaining? Mikero. Who is Mikero? Let's see. Mikero. Richard Zaid. Who is Mikero? We don't know. Maybe he's not here. He will say who is it, and we will see. Okay, good. We have seen this, I think. I remember this. We already have seen it. Let's see this. This guy, I remember I did it on the stream, by the way. Or a similar guy I did in the stream, but it was from a stylized concept. This is from Thundercats or whatever it's called. Let me see. Ah, this is from the same concept that I did on the stream. Yeah, it looks interesting, very interesting. I like the face, like, very serious. I'm very serious. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of a, you know, exercise of human anatomy. And the face, if you don't like the face, make it a demon face. And usually that's what works. But we have seen the other things also. If you stream on Twitch, more money, Nico. Really? I don't earn too much money from Artstation. My Discord name is Disco. How convenient. Disco. In Discord. Disco in Discord. Ah, his first work. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool. I saw it, but I think this is way better. So, yeah, this is not bad. Not bad, but, you know, what are those faults here? I mean, they're kind of here and they're end here, and it's like, what's happening? The faults usually have to come from this point down, like this, for example. This thing here, I don't know. Maybe the concept is like this, probably. Yeah, let's see the concept. Artstation is slow, or we are slow, or we are fast. Maybe we are fast. Artstation is normal speed, but we are so fast. Yeah, he has these things, but his arm is folded, and those are the folds for the folded arm. Your arm is straight, and those things are absolutely not in place. So you have to think, you know. Think. Other than that, it's looking great. I mean, it's fine. Now, are you happy? Or you are crying again because I kind of criticized your work? The wheel is actually an entire car, but I spent a lot of time on the wheel, so yeah, I saw you showed the wheel mostly. Okay, good. But you know, we don't care about cars that much. I like cars, personally, yes, but we are here to look at characters mostly, and your characters are not bad. Your animation also is not bad, so you can be some kind of generalist. So making characters, making rigs, making animations, everything. I had a teacher that told me, don't place Unreal logo in your thumbnails because they will think they are metahumans. My characters are not that realistic to think that. What do you think? Probably it's true. Probably it's true. You have to be careful with the metahuman these days. Luca. Let's see. Wow. I immediately click on the girl. And not bad. I would say not bad. The render is cool. Although she's a little bit too red. Her skin. But it's fine. Other than that, it's looking pretty nice. Stylized. Everything cool. I don't like the gun, by the way. It's too boring. I mean, if the gun was like this, some kind of more interesting gun. This one is like meh. Like a hairdryer. Probably this is her hairdryer. It's not a gun. But other than that, she's looking cool. This guy also. The gun is again too squarish. The guy is, I don't know what to say. This has to be something like a stylized character, something like Fortnite character probably. And I like the bulky thing, the thick everything. This is of my liking. I do things like this, thick. But the render here is not completely fine in my opinion. It's a little bit too cold. And the background is also cold. And it looks a little bit cold overall. Doesn't have shadow on the floor, which is bugging me. Always. But other than that, we see Leskovac, Serbia. Very nice. Very nice, my neighbor. You have skill, definitely. We cannot say otherwise. And I like that you have only two things, and they're relatively fine, both of them. Not 50 things like garbage, and here and there something nice. You know? Nico, can you be my dad? This means I have to do some things with your mother, which I don't think it's necessary, so you should rethink what you want, you know. Be careful. I'm no longer crying. Good. Can you check my last artwork? My name is Andre RC, but we haven't seen you. Andre, your last artwork. But is it this one? We've seen it. Is it this one? This one, I don't like it. I mean, I didn't like the thumbnail. This is strange. It has too much contrast. It has too dark shadows, and it kind of cuts through the mesh. We don't see properly. This face is a little bit psychopathic. It looks like No Country for Old Men a little bit, the face. The model itself is not bad. I mean, the anatomy, the stylization is not bad, but the presentation, you know, and the ass is a little bit strange. But too much darkness, too much contrast, you know, be careful with that. Andre Luca, Richard Solan, Richard. Will we be able to see everybody? I don't know. This will be difficult. Hi from a neighbor in Macedonia. Zdravej. How do you say zdravo? No, this is Serbian. In Macedonian, I don't know how it is. Huh. Macedonian is very close to Bulgarian, but if I have to speak it, it'll be difficult for me since I don't know it too much. I mean, it's almost like Bulgarian, but it's a little bit different in some places. Do you have any sculpting that covers everything? Do I have any sculpting that covers everything? So a sculpting with some kind of cover that covers the whole sculpt. No, I don't have. Discord deactivated my account for not giving them my phone number. Those guys. So can't post. O Ankta on Artstation. Zdravo, okay. Recover health, recover your account and send your portfolio link in Discord. Recover health. Do I have a course that covers everything? Yes, I have. A course. I will show you. This looks pretty cool, by the way. Let's see. Ooh, a knight. Walking. Ooh, taking off the front of the helm. There's some strange looking things here. The armor looks a little bit awkward. His body looks a little bit tall. The overall body. But probably this is more realistic, I don't know. This is weird, I mean the face is uncanny. I don't know. It's the eyes are strange. But overall, yeah, these are real-time characters in Unreal Engine, which is great. But what are those guns doing here in this character portfolio? Mostly characters, and suddenly we have this. You know, probably you have spent some time on this, you've done it. I have some projects that I have spent a lot of time in, but they are not in my portfolio because they don't fit. So you have to think, is this fits in my portfolio? Do I want to put it in my portfolio? Do I want to mix my portfolio, my characters with these things? You have to think about that, you know. Come on, people, stop posting. We don't have that much time. Stop it. Stop it now. Okay, here we see mostly weapons and environment. So we don't have too much to talk about, but I like this kind of weapons. Yeah, it's cool. Maybe the render can be a little bit better. I don't think there is an environment here, HDR. This is kind of a studio lighting, which doesn't show this in the most proper way. Metal, in order to be rendered nicely, it needs a good HDR. You have to choose your HDR image properly in order to make a good render. This, judging by the thumbnail, I would remove. This also, this kind of environments, they are, I don't know, I don't think somebody will search for this kind of work, some client, but who knows. You have a lot of like vehicles and weapons, which maybe is where you want to develop yourself, making weapons. For the weapons, I would like to give you just one advice. Don't make the corners of the metal too sharp. Those corners have to have chamfers in order to see the specular. And you have some specular on most corners, but in some corners like this one here, it's too sharp. It doesn't have chamfer. It doesn't have a bevel, not chamfer. So you have to have a little bit of a bevel on most corners in order for them to look okay. Like this. You see specular here? Very nice. Specular in most areas, very cool. When something is very thin and the edge is very thin and you don't have specular, it looks bad. Hello Nico, I'm new to the sculpting and character modeling world and I've just found your amazing channel with lots of content and videos. Is there a roadmap for learning that you recommend? Yes. You start with beginner courses. Let me show you a little bit my account. So I have beginner courses, I have advanced courses. Somebody asked me about the course that covers everything. This is the one. 3D create a commercial 3D game character in Blender course. Yes, the character is ugly, fine, but it shows, and it has triangles, a lot of triangles on his belly. But if we notice, you see, this is the final character that I gave to the guys. Then they made the texture a little bit better, and then I put it in the game after they animated it. This is a character that's animated and it's in the game right now. So it's complete character from scratch, from zero, from a sphere in Blender, start from finish, a little bit Substance Painter for baking and basic textures. That's it. This is the character. And this is the whole thing. And this character, this is free in YouTube, you know. If you click here, you will go to the playlist in YouTube. All the videos are here. You can watch them for free. If you don't have money, pay for this only if you want to support me. You know, if you go here, you will find a link to the course. It's in my country is almost 20 euro. In other countries is different, but it doesn't matter. This is the course, and I have, you know, let's see other courses. For example, this one is for beginners in Blender. So if you want to start from somewhere, this is a good place to start. Even if you know Blender, this shows not only modeling. Most people know modeling in Blender, but this shows also sculpting and modeling and combining them. This is the same. If you like more this character, it's almost the same course but for this character. It shows Blender, sculpting, modeling for a character. High poly only, of course. And the other courses are anatomy courses, and also I have more complex character courses like this one, for example. This one I did last year, 1 year ago. It came out pretty good. And all of them are entirely in Blender. But if you like ZBrush, I have ZBrush courses also. They're a little bit old, but still, they are good. This one is the last one with the Dragon Girl. And yeah, ZBrush for absolute beginners. This one with this character. It's easy character because it doesn't have too much anatomy. It's kind of very good for beginners. So yeah, this is my portfolio. Thank you very much. Let's continue. This night is old. I have better animations now. Good. That clock look thick. Can you do a course that a mix of hard and soft surface sculpting, sometimes like Orc, Cyborg or Croc in Blender? Yeah, but this mix is like you have, if you have a character that's that has armors, you have also hard surface and soft surface. Of course, they are not completely mixed together, but it doesn't matter that much. What do you think about my last work, the Dead Templar Knight on Richard Solano's portfolio? Let's go to the Richard Solano's portfolio again. We will never finish this stream, by the way. This is the Dead Knight, this one. The right. Ooh, this skull looks very nice. Yeah, this is very cool with the robe, which is very, very nice. Let's see. There's animation even. Ooh, pretty cool. Is this the Death Knight, by the way? Or this one? Oh, this is Joan d'Arc. Okay, yeah, oh, no, this one is the Dead Templar. Yeah, the Dead Templar is not that impressive, by the way, as the right here. This right is very, very nice. I don't know if you made the skull and the skeleton, but obviously you've made it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And the cloth and animation and yeah, very nice. Okay. Let's continue onward, please. Andrei, we seen him with the weapons, I guess. Yes, Andrei was with the weapons. Alexander, I'm not marking them because they should be a small amount, but obviously they're not too small. What is this? John Wick. I mean, this is John Wick, the Asian version, or I don't know. It doesn't look like John Wick at all, as you probably notice. Let's see this knight with the big head. It's interesting, but the material is absolutely nightmare. This material is not metal. As you can see, it's some kind of a glass. So you have to just go to this material and bump up the metallicness of the material, the metalness. Also, environment HDR map is absolutely crucial for metal. Otherwise, it's a cute knight. It could be nice to print it. This one looks fine, although the hands looks a little bit strange, and the face, of course. And she's very, very surprised to see something somewhere. It's, yeah. So yeah, a little bit more work, not more, a little bit, a lot more work on facial anatomy. By the way, one of my courses could help, but you probably have it already. All people have it, this one, head anatomy and sculpting exercises course. This definitely will improve after you finish this course, after you've done all these exercises. You will be able to sculpt much better faces afterwards. So this is pretty much a must-have course for every wannabe character artist out there, I would say. Is this still live? Yeah, unfortunately it's still live, you know. Hello Nico, how are you? My question is related to psychology. If somebody says your work is the worst, and I lost it, their intention is to demotivate you, how do you handle them? This is very easy. If somebody wants to put you down, you have to know that this is because they have these issues and they don't feel secure for themselves, and they want to push you down so they can bump themselves up. They can feel above you. They can just go above you. And you have to know that always. And when you know it, you will not be ashamed, or you will not be sad about their comments, except if they are much better than you and they're telling you constructive criticism. Then it's a different thing. But if somebody is cannot do what you do, or they are on your level or lower, and they start to give you advices and stuff, then you just you just have to say, okay, thank you very much. Because if you gave up to the troll, if you cave in and start to argue with the troll, you will give him food. So you don't need to do that. The best defense against the troll is to not say anything usually. And you have to know that when somebody is mad at you, when they're screaming at you and they're giving you a hard time for your work for no reason, no particular reason, is because they have some problems within themselves, and you don't have to take it personally. It's their garbage, they want to throw it somewhere, and you are on their way. They're trying to dump their garbage. Just don't take it. Just say this, what you say, but here inside your head, what this guy says, it's not for me. He's saying it to himself. Just imagine that he's in a bubble and he's speaking, and all the words and all the hate is kind of bumping off the bubble and getting back to him. And you're outside this bubble. You are outside his bubble. You're in your own bubble. So whatever you do in your own bubble will reflect into you. So if you are hating and you are mad and stuff, it will reflect into you. You will be more hateful, more mad. If you are happy and cheerful and you do nice things for others, you will feel better, you will feel nice, you will have better life overall. But this is just life advice, psychology, you said, so I just do it. Thank you for advice, I really appreciate it. Okay, would you hire someone with a history in TV, film, animation for game character work if they don't have any game work on the portfolio? Animation is animation. It doesn't matter if it's for game or TV, it doesn't matter. If you are good at animation, it's fine. Fuck, I missed the whole thing. Yeah, somebody said that. No, the Templar White Robe. Yeah, I saw the Templar, but it's not as good as the Raid in my opinion. Guys, can you sculpt in Unreal? I don't know. Yeah, probably not. John's sick. Yeah, what languages do you know? I know Bulgarian, I know English, obviously, at least to a certain point. I know some Russian and a little bit of Spanish. ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, just that. And a little bit of French. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Ce soir. Bonjour. I also know some Italian. Amore mio. No, this is mi amor. Mi amor is Italian. Amore mio is... Oh, I'm mistaking them, you know. So many languages I know, I started to mix them. I know some Turkish also. Teşekkürler. Teşekkür ederim also. Merhaba. Nasılsın? Everything. It's amazing. I don't know any Indian, by the way. Any. Nico, what do you think about Blender sculpting future? It becomes like ZBrush because Blender is update sculpting. What the fuck is features every Blender update? No, it will never become like ZBrush because Blender is a real 3D program, which means it has a different algorithm in showing the polygons than ZBrush. ZBrush will always be able to take more polygons, to show more polygons, because it's a fake 3D program. Hi Nico, zero mesh and quad remesher look similar. For me, it's much better quad remesher. It's the same. I'm sure people here know what speech art does when he presses Alt Q followed by R. It displays the grid in Blender. What is this function called? Or where to find it when you don't have the shortcut? It's remesh. Remesh. Voxel size and then remesh. R is voxel size and Control R is remesh. And Alt Q is to change to select a different mesh. Okay, let's go to Danya Bondarev. Have we seen Danya Bondarev? Oh, this is a God of War. God of War. It looks interesting in the... Wow. This is not bad at all, I would say. The fur is nice. The metal is cool. Those chains are a little bit thin for my taste. I would make them at least twice as thick. But other than that, fine. This is cool. A very cool model, I would say. Detailed, nice render, everything's visible. Decent anatomy. And a lot of work on each thing. Folds are relatively fine. But you see, this is a whole character with everything for a game model, fan art. Very cool. Yeah, this shows level of skill, I would say. Looking forward for more models from you, my man. Let's follow you back. Okay. You know, when you have a guy who have only one model, but it's like very good, then you want to follow him to see what else can he show, you know, what else can he bring to the table. No, I told you to stop, you know. You don't stop. Why? Come on. Go back. So instead of visit site, I clicked go back. We have a car, we have a folder. I never understand why people are making this, you know, a portfolio where you have a folder and everything is inside just one folder. So when I look at this portfolio, for example, let's say I'm a lead character artist or art director in a studio, and I have 50 portfolios to see today. And from those 50 portfolios, I have to choose one. And I open each portfolio and I look for each portfolio for like 10 seconds or 15 seconds. I open this one, I look at this, and I just close it, you know, because I cannot see the artworks. I don't have time for this. I don't have time to click here and wait to show the artworks and then to see them, you know. So make sure your artworks are in your portfolio, not in a folder, in a folder, in a folder of the folder, in the folder of a folder in some kind of a, you know what I mean. And let's see this. Doesn't look bad. I would say the render is cool. It looks interesting. It doesn't show too much anatomy though, but there is nothing here that shows anatomy. mostly environment and some robots. This one, I would say it's like, probably this image is much better and more interesting than this image, in my opinion. Maybe some, lovers of Japan anime shows will say that this is super nice. For me, this is not good looking, as a thumbnail especially. Try to make your thumbnails better. Let's see the samurai and be okay with this. Samurai, too much light in this one. I'm too much white here and there. Wow, this is too much. But yeah, just a bust of a robot samurai. It's not bad, but it's a little bit boring because it's, again, only from the front view. Maybe 3/4 view, stuff like this will be better for some things that looks like characters, like this one. Alright, this was Kushagra. Okay, never cave into a troll. They live in caves. Yes. I got here late, can we start over? Of course. Polyglot выходит. Так точно. Are you worried about AI taking your job? No, my job cannot be taken by AI. AI cannot make courses and look that good in camera, It's just, no. Mi amor is Spanish. Amore mio is Italian. Okay, good. Everybody is saying, meu amor is Portuguese. Amore mio. Okay, amore mio, amore mio. I'm a beginner, I don't know Blender. Good. We all been there. Does Blender have clay polish? Filter for all meshes, function like ZBrush. Filter. Yes. It has filters. For example, we go here. We go to mesh filter. And we have polish exactly we don't have. We have smooth. And relax we have. Enhance details. Sharpen. Surface smooth. That doesn't do much, by the way. But it should smooth it. Yeah, it's smoothing it, actually. But enhance details? Maybe she's getting older, I don't know. A little bit enhanced details will be fine, but not more. So you can use these filters for whatever you want. Let's continue with CG Art Mart. Ooh, CG Art Mart. CG Art Mart. Breaking Bad, it's bad. I mean, don't do this. Putting just a hammer that usually for a normal artist will take like 15 minutes to make, it's not a good thing for your portfolio. This character looks relatively fine. Okay, this one is the same, so I don't know why make two posts for the same character. This, the two hammers have to go. This one also, I would say. This one definitely has to go because it's some kind of a work in progress, some kind of a speed sculpt, which I always say, I'm doing speed sculpts all the time. I don't put them in my portfolio. They just don't belong there. In the portfolio, you put things that you have spent a lot of time and effort. This is not bad, actually. I mean, the pose is a little bit wooden, but it's a good kind of a stylized anatomy. So yeah, good. Clash of Clans. Yeah, this I saw, I think, lately. It's a little bit strange, a little bit flat render, but other than that, it looks okay. So, yeah. No. Ormabe. What is Ormabe? Or maybe. Ormabe. Hi Nico, it's 3D Generalist portfolio is mine. My name is Kushagra. Yeah, we saw it. Can you space Arabic? No. Does Blender have clay? Okay. What's your opinion on mixing things? Let's say I have some environments. Okay, we say that. Can we put a folder if we have a folder of animation and another for modeling and so on? Yes, but it's not very nice. Always when I see folders, I'm like, folders. I don't like it. This is a good portfolio, by the way, and very nice things here. Judging only by the thumbnails. The thumbnails are nice. They show good renders. a very good lighting of the renders, and except for this one has to be removed. The other ones looks very, very, very cool, I would say. And let's see this girl. Dun, 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 dun. You'll be a woman. Dun, 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 dun. I think we have seen this, by the way. Or I have seen this somewhere in the Discord. Yeah, probably I have seen it in the Discord. I don't know. It looks very nice. The hair looks like it took some time, so it's pretty cool. Overall, a good job. Maybe those things here, those straps, they need to go a little bit more inside, because they are like, you know, very tense. And since they are very tense, they have to go inside the tits here in the top. They have to kind of push themselves a little bit more inside. But that's mostly all of it. This is a good portfolio, I would say. I like this one, although it's a little bit dark, but it's pretty cool. Anatomy and sculpting, and even the render, although it's pretty dark in areas, it's not bad at all. The Spider-Man, pretty cool looking, and nice render also. Kind of realistic a little bit. This one, very, very, very good render with shadow on the floor, nice materials, everything is visible, nothing is too dark. Very cool, very cool. Decent style, nice. This one, I don't have anything to say. It's pretty cool. Good. Or Mabe. Mabe. Have you thought to do sculpting streams on Twitch? I have done that in the beginning, and then I went to YouTube and I haven't looked back. Is Blender can make realistic portrait? Yes, Blender cannot make realistic portrait. I mean, you can make realistic portrait in Blender if you can make it, but Blender itself cannot make anything. People are making things, you know. Blender is just a tool. But it can make realistic stuff if you have a relatively nice video card and if you are good in realistic stuff. Brother, you revealed the real face of the girls in the sculpt. Yeah. Hello, Nico. Will you continue to review portfolios on Artstation Portfolio Discord? Yes, of course I will. Greetings and welcome back to streaming. May I ask beginner question related to sculpting? Is it okay if it's after Artstation reviews, but when you do determine when to subdivide? I'm struggling to decide, especially when I have to create a line or something small to a face model. Yeah, but you first need to make sure your model looks great and nice, and then after a couple of hours and stuff, then you can put the lines on and be happy with it, or not be happy with it and delete them afterwards. The Muppet character, I did only modeling. It was a team effort, but it looks great. I mean, and the render looks very, very nice. I would say I wish I can make renders like this, but I can't. I just make some stupid, cartoony stylized renders. Again, Thomas Shelby 3D replica, not exactly. Not exactly. We have to be careful what we're doing. This one, remove. This one, remove. This one, remove, remove, remove. This one maybe can stay for now. It looks a little bit sexy because of the overall thing of the head. So maybe it can attract some attention. Remove, 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 remove. This one, probably. Wow. Turtle. Let's see the turtle. Looks good. Turtle looks good. And let's see the last artwork. At least, probably the last one. Yeah, a little bit too big of a hand, I would say. Wow, this is a nice walking cycle. How did you make the walking? Mixamo. Okay. But this is cool. 100 plus hours for this. So you made the low poly and everything. But it's not worth it because this is too strange of a form, like some kind of a dust, or it should be like dust, like some kind of, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, you obviously are developing, but in order to become intermediate to advanced artist, you need more work, especially on the facial anatomy skills. Definitely. Stop it, guys. Stop posting. I will not review more. We saw this already. Why I'm opening it, I don't know. Maybe I like it so much. Oh, this is so candy-like, you know. All this detail, wow. It's, I don't know where to look. It's just, wow. Like, I'm in a candy store. I like it so much. It's not characters that much. I mean, there are some characters, but overall, it's so bright and shiny and colorful and, you know, like fun and cheerful. Very cool stuff, I would say. Very, very cool stuff. I don't understand that kind of things. I don't do this. I mean, this is specific environment and props modeling for specific things. But for that things, it's wow. I think this is one of the best portfolios for this kind of things that I've seen. Not that I've seen many, but this is nice. Is that German guy that did insane horror sculpts in Blender still alive? Ah, the Hartmann, Stefan Hartmann. Probably he is, I don't know. Thanks for reviewing my portfolio. We'll definitely upload more artworks and we'll try my best to keep up with good guys. Yes. What are you making? I am making myself more sensitive. You know, I need to be more sensitive. I don't need to be this kind of a rock hard of a man that I'm right now. You know, no. This looks cool, by the way. This is a little bit too cartoony, and we cannot quite see very much the facial elements. So the shader is a little bit too much. But this is this guy. Okay. We had some. Okay, it's here. Yeah, it's not a bad sculpt, I would say. Let's say the other ones. With the back button, it will be faster. This one, I don't want to see. I don't completely like the thumbnail. The background is a little bit busy, and this is kind of a strange robot head. This one has... It has motion blur or some kind of blur. But the head with the hood is a little bit too big, I would say. And those things on the cape, they look like hands. They probably are hands, by the way. They look like hands. This is some kind of strange... this is a strange character, okay. Strange type of character. And since I don't know this character, I'll just, you know. Hands. Yeah. Interesting. What is happening here? Have you seen this guy? He's from Russia. So to make something like this, you have to have these demons inside, you know. So either I will make analysis here, since I like to do this kind of things too. So either your father was very rough on you, and he wanted complete obedience from you, and he didn't show too much love. He wanted you to just listen to him and sometimes beating you. And these things came out of the imagination of people who have this kind of problem. Or your father was just not there for you. These are just the two things. One of the guys that I've seen that is the best with monsters, his father was a drunk. So he basically didn't have too much of a father figure, and he's making this kind of monsters. So I'm just curious if this is the case, you know. Are you working on something personal, doing some passion film project outside of work? Unfortunately, not so much these days. But I like those monsters, and the renders and everything is looking very nice. And as I said, I personally like to do monsters like this. But these days, I kind of rely more on good concepts. If I find a good concept on certain monster, I will do it, and I know it will become a pretty good monsters. This guy obviously knows how to invent monsters himself. Spawn, very cool. This one, I like it a lot. Pumpkin monster, very nice. Nice psychoanalysis, the portfolio that turned dark. Nico, can you review portfolio Behance? Why not? Thank you for reviewing my portfolio. That last character was based on someone's original character, and I added their concept and splash art below the post. Okay. Now I'm afraid to look at my portfolio. Yes, I've been checking out Unreal Engine 5 and oh my god. Okay, good. I'm Lasha, and that stylized environment was mine. Thank you for review. No problem. Very good. This one, I like it a lot. It reminds me of my demons, you know. Lasha, you have amazing works. I mean, wow, so cheerful and nice. This pig here, it's so cool. And this one, it's like eating the hamburger. Like, let's see, by the way, this work. the hamburger. So much work here, I don't know. How many hours? If you can tell us how many hours you have put to make this table with the pigs. Tens of hours probably, because there are a lot of things on this table, and those pigs are, some of them are different than the others, you know. That's like, wow. "24 hours. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it. This is some kind of whip. This is in the whip sections, by the way. It belongs to the whips here, not in the general, usually. Vadim Sukhorodurkov. Okay. Stop posting Artstation portfolios, please. We will not be able to finish this stream ever. Yeah. And it's not fair about the people who posted them in the Artstation portfolios here that are waiting for months to be reviewed. And now you guys are just putting everything before them. I see nice things here, nice renders, nice thumbnails. This one is cheerful and cool. I would like a little bit more folds on this sweater here. But yeah, maybe too much to ask. But nice renders. I don't see muddy or very dark things. Everything is visible. When I look at a thumbnail, I know what I will see inside and how good it will be. And all those things are pretty nice. It's not exactly consistent. We have characters, we have environment, we have cars, we have props, we have cartoony ice creams and coffees and milk, and we have furniture. We have a lot of things. I would say some of those things, especially the older things, you can actually remove them. I even have posted things on my portfolio that I have then removed because I don't think they're good enough for my current state of art. If you don't think that some art is good enough that for your current state, you have to remove it because it will just dial the value of your portfolio down. You don't want that. I got the power. We see here anatomy, monsters, muscular characters. I like that. But a little bit dark. Let's see this one. Okay, this is from the stream. This is also from the stream. So those are speed sculpts. You don't want to put them in your portfolio. If you don't have anything else to add to your portfolio, yeah, you have to try. By the way, usually, this here is the scapula. When you have a muscular character, the scapula is inside and the muscles are over it. You cannot have the scapula going out like this. It looks awkward. So be careful with that. Abdul Rahman. Ooh. We have full characters with armors and everything. Yeah, the render is not quite perfect, but it's looking relatively fine. We have the whole character, not too many folds by the way here. Inside, this is sometimes kind of a fabric. it doesn't have any folds, so it doesn't look quite nice. We need folds on the fabric usually, and we need nice folds. Don't make any folds. Any folds is worse than no folds probably. Make proper folds and wrinkles on the fabric. This girl is very, very, she's like, what is happening? And this happens when you don't put the iris where it has to be. It has to be a little bit more close to the top eyelid, and the top eyelid has to cover it almost to the half. And then you have to have shadow from the top eyelid and the eyelash, the top eyelash, on the eyeball itself. We don't have that here, and it looks like this. And that looks, how to say, some kind of a beginner work. Although, obviously, this guy knows how to do armors and everything, but when we look at the face, it looks like a beginner work a little bit. This one looks better, but the concept is even better. So, maybe we need to try more, but it's not bad. I would say it's a good try for this particular concept. This was Abdul. We're almost done. Thank you very much. Will you try to make a character from mouse in live stream with same speed as tablet? Can you try it in just one stream? I just want to see if it's possible. The mouse in one stream for 1 hour and a half, yeah, it's possible. The mouse is not a very difficult model. It's pretty simple. Let's see this girl. Okay. The face I like, but is it made from scratch? I don't know. If you made this girl from scratch, it's fine. If you took it from Dust Studio, it's not exactly fine. Because the face is fine, it's looking great. This one, the render is awful. The presentation is very, very important. So, yeah, be careful with that. So, what needs to be removed? I would say many things. This dragon, this alien, this statue of a woman holding something with very long arms. This is looking fine, but it doesn't fit with the characters. If you want to have characters portfolio mostly, just leave the last works. Remove the speed works, for example, this one. It doesn't look like Maradona at all. So probably it should be removed. This one also, this one also. They are like speed sculpt. They don't belong in your portfolio. All those environment stuff, although some of them are not bad, but they are not characters and they will probably be of a obstacle to your portfolio. So careful with that. Let's see Mario. Super Mario. Okay, black background, sometimes good, sometimes not. Why here background is not working, black background? Because we have shadows and we don't have rim light, and in some areas we are losing from the model. We don't see the silhouette of the model, which is important. Shadow on the floor we cannot see with the black background, which is also one thing. This hand looks hideous. So when you're making a pose, make sure you spend your time, take your time, even look at yourself in the mirror holding like this, or even make somebody photograph you holding it so you know how the arm will look, because it's looking like she has very undeveloped hand and she's trying to hold this bat with this very undeveloped hand. It doesn't look good at all. Let's see this. Again, black background, and some of the shadows here are black, so they are like the background. So we cannot say where's the character and where's the background, what's happening. Again, not very good presentation of the things. The modeling of this one is looking relatively good. We need probably a little bit sharper details on the face, not the final details, the first details. I mean, the mouth, around the mouth, some muscles and some things. They are a little bit too soft for my taste. And also, I don't see the nose. Where is the nose? It doesn't have nose. So make nose also. Who knows about the nose? Let's see these guys with the apron. No, the apron looks like it's metal. Like it's made from metal. It doesn't have any wrinkles or folds. So it's metal texture also. It looks like a rusty metal apron. So this guy is a knight actually. He's not something else like a cook or blacksmith. He's actually a knight with a rusty armor apron. Yeah, you see what's happening here? Already I'm speaking for about almost 3 hours, and I'm starting to get too direct, you know. I'm starting to speak too directly to the people. What's happening? Where are you from? It's different, I know. When is next review? Maybe these days, we'll see. I'm from Bulgaria. Who knows what about the, the nose? The shadow nose. The shadow on the floor. Karim Haddad. Karim Haddad, obviously, even from the thumbnails, we can say that he is pretty good. Although this smile here looks a little bit strange. But let's see. We have to find something that's bad, you know. Because almost 3 hours. Yeah, this mouth is pretty strange. From the side view, you can see like this part of the face is too much forward. So, compared to the other artworks, this looks a little bit awkward. I would say, remove it. This one, or fix it, and, you know, upload it again. This one, what I would do is sharpen a little bit more the hair. It looks a little bit too soft. But overall, I like the concept. Chubby girl with, you know, big things, big face. It looks very nice. I mean, it's looking cool. Although, a little bit of ambient occlusion here probably would be nice. It probably have some ambient occlusion. Maybe the skin could have a little bit of a variety. I don't know. There's something missing. Something is flat. Like here, we don't see too much of the cleavage. It's a little bit flat for me. But overall, the shapes looks very nice. Very cool. This also, but this particular, I don't know. It's a little bit strange. Those things coming out from here. I don't know. Yeah, let's see the concept, by the way. And I will tell you if I would do the same concept. When I see the concept, I usually would say this, yes, this will came out as a good 3D model without those things here on the side. They just don't look good. Otherwise, it could be a good 3D model. And it is a good 3D model without those things here. It's just like that, you know. This guy has pretty cool things, by the way. Weber do. Let's follow him and see. Maybe I can do something from him. This one from my next course. Why not? It looks cool. Although it will be difficult to make this look nice in 3D. It will not be impossible. I'm saying difficult. That's why when you are not... This one is very nice. When you are not an advanced artist or very experienced artist, choose easier concepts. The concepts of this guy are not easy to make in 3D. They are pretty hardcore. Yeah, let's see this. Ha! This one is very cool. Very nice. I like the face, the hair, how it goes. And overall render is not bad. It has some rim light. And the hands are nice. It's cool. So yeah, good things. Yeah, let's see this girl. This last things that we will see. And we will finish this. Thank you very much, guys. Almost 200 people were watching almost the whole time. It's fine. We have armors, which would be better if they have some metallic material on them. Otherwise, it's a little bit strange, but face looks very nice. Overall, looks fine. Except this area here doesn't look good. Of the knee. It's not looking good. So be careful when you make a pose. Fix some things on the pose. When the leg is like this, not so folded, this thing here could not occur. It has to be smoother in this area. and would be much better. But other than that, very nice silhouette and everything is just wow. Super cool. Like it. Like it a lot. Okay, good. Bye, everybody. I got to go. I leave you all behind to tell the truth. Mama. Ooh. Goodbye.